Hello, we are live again there on the StreamYard website to review what happened in the League One season. So this is the third division art in England. Myself and also Cavan Wright made predictions pre-season of where we thought all of the 24 clubs will finish in the table. And I thought it'd be interesting to go back onto the original video I made here. My Sky Bet League One predictions back in September last year, and see what I was thinking, because some of the picks there were quite atrocious compared to the club's actual finishing positions. So let's have a look to see what I had to say for myself. The top signings and the total money spent on each club as well too, to get more of an idea of the clubs generally perform as well. So last one. Hello there, Toolman. Welcome to the stream. How good is Shogo want to be? You might want to check out the video there. He had the best time a few weeks ago. I still got a couple of weeks to catch up on there on the Parkrun, and also got to show off the brand new Parkrun t-shirt I got as well too, since I managed to reach the 50 Parkrun milestone there recently. It's come through mail as well too. But at the moment we're looking back at the League One predictions, and to explain my thoughts there, I was looking at previous seasons, clubs managed to perform, as well as the managers and other top signs and stuff like that. It seemed to be a good basis, but with the whole COVID situation, things sort of get a bit shuffled up in the air. Other players that either caught it, they weren't able to play in some games. The fact that they're playing in empty stadiums, that probably shifted a few club finishes there, so that might be why I was completely off, or this whole host of the reasons as well too. Right, so what did I have at the bottom there? Why don't let's see. Load. Yeah, so I went in a spot like 24th, and they ended up finishing in 19th position, so they managed to keep themselves alive for another season. So that's better than what I thought. Also, Cavan Wright's got involved and put Wimbledon in 23rd spot there. Am I going to lose? Come on. I think this would. Cowboys. It's still over. Last couple of seasons, they just missed 18th, I think, so they always there. Going down. Having some loading issues there, unfortunately. Must fix that at some points, but I guess we'll just carry on with Wimbledon, what was happening. And we also got Toys Manetsky 8 to join into this live stream, so I appreciate that. And we also got a private message as well too. Yeah, we can remove this other stream that I had up there since it's not working. And then we can myself. Okay. Add user stream. Hello there. AFL. Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Okay, yeah, have a quite a different accent that I was thinking of there.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Any thoughts of the League One season? Oh no. Alright, we'll move that then. Toysman's always a bit of a joker. So 23rd spot then. I went for Northampton Town, and they ended up finishing in 22nd, so they did basically what I was predicting there. Just one position off, so it's pretty good going. Cavan Wright and Northampton finishing in 18th spot. In 22nd, I went for MK Dons. MK Dons exceeding expectations there, managing to finish in 13th, so congratulations to them. Cavan Wright had MK Dons in 21st, so they were on the same line of thinking as myself there. Credit to them. If you want to know a bit more further thoughts to what I was thinking, since that YouTube stream wasn't working, feel free to look at the link that I posted in the chat there as well too. And 21st, I went for Swindon Town, and Swindon Town, they ended up coming in 23rd. Fair enough, AFL and other stuff. For some reason, you change your YouTube name as well too. Okay, so 21st to 23rd is another good prediction. Cavan Wright, they had Swindon Town finishing in 22nd, so pretty close to the money as well. And 20th, it was Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury finishing 3 players are up. And Cavan Wright have them in 17th, so they managed to get a ban on Shrewsbury. 17th place finish, so congratulations. Next up, in 19th place, I went for Crew Alexandra. Hello there, Jacob Strudman. We're just looking back at how myself and Cavan Wright's got on with the League One predictions this season. So I have Crew Alexandra in 19th spots. They actually finished up in 12th, so they did quite well. Cavan Wright have been finishing all the way down to 24th, rock bottom. So can't them out. And 18th spots, I went for Doncaster Rovers. Doncaster Rovers ended up finishing 14th. Cavan Wright have been coming up in 12th. Do I like men? It depends what you're meaning in terms of the football players. They pretty good to follow along and watch. And 17th spots, I went for Plymouth Argyle. They actually finished in 18th, so that was really close. And Cavan Wright, whether they had them in, had them in 16th there, so pretty similar predictions. But next up was a pretty shocking prediction. I went for Lincoln City to finish down in 16th. They've been used to some League 2 non-league football, so League 1 seemed a bit of a switch for them. They nearly got through and promoted to the Championship because they went off to the playoff final. They did lose it, but oh so close against Blackpool. Yeah, playoff opponents were. Have you heard about the new A-League player, Sofa King? I believe Toilet Man has mentioned that a couple of times there, but I've never seen him in some articles. But unfortunately, with the A-League, my club, the Wellington Phoenix, won't be making the playoffs this season because we've got one match left to go, and even if we win it, we'll be 1 point off from the top 6 as A-League United did manage to secure the final playoff position yesterday there. So it's very unfortunate news. So we have to go again next time round. And your 9th birthday, I believe you sounded like a 60, 70-year-old when you came on the stream before, but who knows how old you are, So that was Lincoln City. Cavan Wright had Lincoln down to 15th there, so atrocious predictions. And 15th, Watchdale was your team. they ended up coming in 21st there, so they were just happy to stay alive for another season. Cavan Wright had Watchdale. Yeah, they had them. They're them in 19th spot. And the 14th, I went for Wigan Athletic, and considering the problems that's been going on with Wigan Athletic at the moment, that seemed to be quite a high hopeful prediction, as they finished in 20th. Thinking about it more, they were always going to struggle, weren't they? Cavan Wright had Wigan finishing up in 2nd spot. Wow. Yeah, that was a very surprising pick there from Cavan Wright. Got it completely on the one side of the table. Next up, I went for Fleetwood finishing 13th. The actual finishing position turned out to be 15th, so that's not too much money. Oh, we got Tango Baldy. Hello, welcome along to the Tango Baldy show. Now, I never ended up seeing myself on that particular show. Oh, if it was a stream that Cardman22 was doing, then I did see it, but if it was on your particular channel there, I never ended up seeing this video there, Tango Baldy. So feel free to post the link in the chat there so I can catch up with it at some stage, if that is the case. And Cavan Wright had Fleetwood finishing in 7th spot. Next up, in the table, I went for Blackpool to finish in 12th there. So that was a bad prediction. They ended up finishing 3rd, and they ended up getting promoted. So congratulations for Blackpool going to the championship, getting rid of some of their past issues that they had in terms of the owners, the Westerns wooing the club there, but they're back to where they belong. You can't post a link because you're not a mod. I don't know if that's true. Usually you're able to post links regardless. Or you could either just type it up as a non-link. That would be able to work or something like that, just with the letters, the numbers and stuff. And Cavan Wright had Blackpool finishing in 9th spot. Next up, I went for Accrington Stanley to finish in 11th, and they finished bang on 11th place. And Cavan Wright had them finishing all the way down in 20th there, so that was a bad pick, but well done for me for backing in the Accrington Stanley team. Maybe the case there, Toilet Man, but there was ways around it that you can be able to do these links there without actually posting the link. Might just be a bit more of a nuisance and time consuming, but you know, depends how much you want me to see this particular stream. And at 10th position, I went for Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers' actual placement was 24th. What's happened to Bristol Rovers the end of the season? It wasn't their time. They were struggling, that team. They were last spots on the table, and they have to go down to League 2 to do battle once again. How many points did they end up collecting? I'm having a look on my phone at the moment. They ended up picking up 38 points, and yeah, they were 9 points adrift of 21st spot Watchdale there. So yeah, not good times if you're a Bristol Rovers fan. Cavan Wright also had Bristol Rovers finishing in 10th there, so that one needs a wee think for next season. And 9th spots went for Gilliam, and back on track here as Gilliam finished in 10th. Cavan Wright had Gilliam in 14th. And 8 spots, I went for Burton Albion. They had some success in the League Cup competition in the past couple of seasons, so that sort of helps boost their morale. At least that's what I was thinking. But they actually finished all the way down in 16th. Cavan Wright had them in 13th, so another one that's not so good, is it? Next up, I went for Ipswich Town to finish in 7th. This one was a lot closer. They finished in 9th. Cavan Wright had Ipswich in 11th. watch your new video, the Toilet Man, probably haven't seen it, so feel free to have a discussion about it now. Next up, we had Portsmouth. Oh, shoot. Next up, I'm looking at my position placements. In 6th place, I had Charlton. They finished in 7th. Cavan Wright had them in 5th. Okay, I have heard you discuss that particular idea there a few times, and I did agree that I would do that, depending on how much money it was. And 5th place, I went for Portsmouth. They actually finished 8th. Cavan Wright had them winning the whole thing. Fortunately for Pompey fans, Portsmouth fans, they were a big club, but they kind of had to do it all again in League One next season. Yeah, for $10,000, yeah, for sure. Even like $1,000, I probably would do it too. And 4th place, I went for Sunderland. And guess what? They finished in 4th. And Cavan Wright had them finishing in 4th as well too, so applause all around. Yeah, but Sunderland's just like Portsmouth have to do battle in League One once again. In 3rd place, I went for Peterborough. And Peterborough, Quidditch Slam, they finished up in 2nd, so they in the Championship next season. Cavan Wright had them in 6th. And to win the league there, I got the right club. It was Hull City. So congratulations to the Tigers supporters. They ended up 2 points ahead of Peterborough and 9 points clear of their playoff zone. Cavan Wright had Hull finishing all the way down at 8th, so won't look back at that one too fondly. Hopefully you enjoyed this video there. There's still a few more videos if you're watching this on a live stream there tonight. Coming back at the League 2 season, as well as the Udinese and the Liga 1 fights. So feel free to check those out as well too, if you have some spare time in your hands. So thanks for tuning in for the League 1 predictions. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up if you're new to the channel. So feel free to subscribe. Cheers.